I believe humans were put on this earth for one reason: to work. Since the beginning of time, humans have been working, dating all the way back to cavemen to now modern society. Why do we work? It could be for the love of what we do, but for most of us in our modern society, it is for the ability to provide for ourselves and our family. Money runs the world whether you want to admit it or not. While you are alive, the goal in this life is to make as much money as possible. As a professional athlete, you have reached this goal in life and you are able to do what you love while doing it. Basketball is a kid's game, made for kids, paid for kids. If you don't understand what I mean by that, if you aren't one of the best players in the world, you're more than likely hanging up your sneakers in May of your graduation year. There are over 500,000 varsity basketball players in the U.S., and there are only 18,000 NCAA athletes. That means the chances of playing basketball are only a 5.3% chance at the NCAA level. This doesn't even exclude our D1 athletes, where most NBA athletes come from. If we remove D2 and D3 programs, now we're talking about a 1% chance. Then you take that 1% of college athletes, compare how many of them go pro, now we are looking at another 1% chance to jump from college to NBA. With that being said, every varsity high school basketball player has a 0.03% chance of making it to the NBA. This does nothing but prove that these are the absolute best of the best in the entire world competing it out every single day. And they get to provide for themselves and their families with generational wealth that they all deserve. Now, what does all that have to do with the topic of today's video? Well, I want to talk about ring culture. DeMar DeRozan on Paul George's podcast himself said that there are a bunch of players who don't even care about the game that much. And I can see both sides of the spectrum, but it's starting to seem like NBA Twitter and NBA media are starting to care more about a player's legacy more than a player themselves. Winning a championship in the NBA is hard to do. Out of all the players that have come in and out of the NBA, only 11% of them win championships. Now, I know what some people may say. Yeah, that number is inflated and not accounting for the big-time NBA names. So I narrowed it down to All-Stars. Since the beginning of the NBA, there has been a total of 443 All-Stars. Only 27% of the current NBA players who have been All-Stars hold a championship to their names. Winning the big one is hard, but why has NBA media driven the narrative that winning the big one is the end-all, be-all of a championship career? Let's take a look at the biggest culprit of this whole situation, Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard is a Portland icon, 7 All-NBA appearances, 7-time All-Stars, and is a member of the NBA 75 team with only a decade's worth of work. He provided generational wealth for his family and his kids and his kids' kids. It's only Curry fans with anonymous Twitter profiles and obnoxious ways of forming opinions that don't want to validate Dame's career. Another example is Carmelo Anthony, who actually just retired. When we look back at his career, 11th all-time in career points with 28,000 plus, 6 All-NBA appearances, 10-time All-Stars, and another NBA 75 member. How can you look at a resume like this and think to yourself, oh man, I don't want to validate that. Oh, that wasn't impressive because he didn't win a championship. That is nonsense. Winning a championship is largely on management. You have to build championship teams and bring help in around your all-star players. I mean, who was Dame's best all-time teammate? CJ McCollum? LaMarcus Aldridge? I mean, these are good players. No disrespect to these guys, but you need more than that to win in this league, man. I mean, even Carmelo Anthony in this prime, who did he have on those Nuggets teams, on those Knicks teams? You know, J.R. Smith? An old AI? I mean, come on, man. You have to mention stuff like that when it comes to winning a ring. You know, and people always like to use the argument that it ensures that you're remembered over generations. Man, people have been around for the longest of times, man. In 50 years, how much is that going to matter? How many people are going to know these stars around outside LeBron and Curry? Not too many. Like, if we look back in the 50s, they're not going to know a lot of those guys, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that's a factor. I mean, even the next 30 years, who do y'all think we're going to remember more? Chauncey Billups. Chauncey Billups and Allen Iverson. Come on, man. Allen Iverson was an icon for our game, man. He changed our game. He doesn't have a championship. Are we going to, you know what I'm saying? Are we going to disvalidate his career? Are we going to invalidate his career or whatever the word is? It don't make sense. And Chauncey Billups was a great player, but is he Allen Iverson? No, not even close. Dame said it best himself. Bro, I don't need to prove to y'all that I want to win a ring. Why the hell do I play? I don't need to prove that to y'all. I understand that we play to win championships and we all want to win a championship. But we can't keep acting like nothing matters, like the journey doesn't matter. There are players who have done so much for a certain franchise, but we want to try and discredit them, which just doesn't add up. As a fandom, we need to learn to appreciate the best players in the world playing at a high level more often and stop letting ring culture ruin the product of our sport. These guys get to do what they love to do and get paid while doing it. As dudes who say we love watching and talking about the sport basketball, the beautiful sport of basketball, we should be happy that we have these guys. But let me know what y'all think in the comments and let's start a discussion about this. Thank y'all so much for watching, man. If you like content like this, make sure you subscribe, like, turn on post notifications, do all that. Follow my second channel. Follow my second channel for other type of content. You know, I'll be posting music on there. I might post some gaming stuff on there. I'm gonna be streaming on YouTube more often, so follow me. So make sure you got the post notifications so you don't miss those. You know, vibe for a little bit, say what's up. Follow me on Twitch, Kick. As I grow a little bit more, I'll probably move over to those platforms. But like I said, make sure y'all subscribe, man. We're building a community. We like to talk sports. Make sure y'all do all that, man. Thank you for watching, man. Peace.